Yes. Okay, so once again, good evening. The number of students are less today, but that's okay. I can see some regular students. Selva Kumar Pradeep, Soundarya, Archita, Purushothaman, Vanita Shaktivel, and Mohita, right? Okay, and yes, one more person is joining. I think it's, yes, Rakshan. Okay, so why the number has come down? There are 130 members, I think, in the group, but only 7 students are attending the live session. Why so? I hope nowadays everyone will have mobile phone. At least one parent will have mobile phone, right? So why others are not joining? I don't know that. So Mohita, Rakshan, Selva Kumar, Soundarya, Archita, Purushothaman, and Vanita. Good evening. Is SP Electrical Archita? SP Electrical அப்படிங்கிறது யாரு? Your name please.
Darshan Selva, ma'am.
Darshan. Okay, okay, Darshan. And what about Selva Kumar Pradeep? What's your name?
Miss Pradeep.
Pradeep. Okay, okay. So good evening, students. So in today's class, we are going to check some interesting tips. Okay, so we are going to learn some interesting tips about how to speak English every day and how to speak like a pro. So speaking like a pro means speaking like a proficient person, to speak very fluently like an expert. So how can you become such an expert in speaking English? That is what we are going to check. All right. So first of all, why is it important to speak English every day? Everyone are telling that you have to learn English, you must know English, English language is important. Without English, we cannot survive. Is it so? Is that true? That is what we are going to check now, right? So English, commonly called the global language of communication, is now the boom of the era. Just like how artificial intelligence has become the boom of the 21st century, now English language is also the boom of this era. And students who wish to reach greater heights in their lives need to master this language for strong command over communication. So, by attending this workshop, students will build fluency and confidence in everyday conversations like initiating greetings, asking questions, initiating casual chats, and closing chats. So, by attending today's workshop, you all will be able to build fluency in this language. Then, you will learn how to build confidence in speaking English and how to initiate everyday conversations right from greetings, asking questions, and making casual chats. All right. So now, first of all, what are the tips to speak like a pro? How to speak like a pro? This is the question that most of us have. Okay, many of us around us will have the desire to speak in English, but how to do it? How to make it possible? That is the question that everyone faces now. So the first and foremost thing that you have to do is gain knowledge. What is meant by gaining knowledge in English? Okay, you wish to learn a language and you wish to speak in that language. So without a proper knowledge of that language, we can never speak properly in that particular language. Okay, so for example, here we are speaking about English. Let me take some other language, X. Okay, imagine that X is a language and I want to learn to speak very fluently in that language. Is it possible in just 1 or 2 days, or in just 1 hour, or in just one day to speak in that language like a pro? Imagine,
No, ma'am.
be it any language. It is not possible to learn any language in just a day or two. So, what you have to do first is you have to gain knowledge in that particular language. So, here, since we are speaking about English language, it is essential for you to gain knowledge, sufficient knowledge in this subject by interacting with people and also by attending proper classes. So, how to attend classes or what type of classes should I have to attend? This may be your next question. You can attend classes which focuses on speaking skills, which can improve your grammar, communicative skills, and vocabulary, so that as days pass by, each day you will learn the importance of this language, the rules to speak in this language, and As time passes, you will understand the importance of speaking fluently in English. So, first and foremost thing that you have to do is gain knowledge in this language. Now, second, once you start gaining knowledge, it's now time to do homework. So, how to do homework? It is through practicing. So, it is not enough by just gaining the knowledge in the subject. It is not sufficient to simply learn the language, simply sit and study the grammar lessons and by heart them. Rather, you have to practice it in your everyday life. You have to apply whatever you have learned practically. So, practical application of your knowledge is very, very important. So practice every day. Spend some time, say for around 15 to 20 minutes every day to speak in this language. And I would personally suggest you to spend at least 20 minutes a day to speak in this language where you will not think about anything else. For those 15 to 20 minutes, you will speak only in English, you will listen everything in English, you will interact only in English, you read only English, and you don't interfere or you don't bother in anything else that is happening around you. You should mainly focus, you have to solely focus only in that language for those 20 minutes. And also choose the same time every day to do this practice. For example, one day you started at 8 o'clock and from 8 to 8:20 you practiced. The next day don't change the time to 9 or 9:30 or 10:30 or 11. Choose the same time every day to practice this. So that what happens, consistency will also develop. At the same time, the speaking fluency will also be improved. Now, moving to the third part, focus on weak areas. See, just like how human beings have strengths and weaknesses, even in subjects, we do come across some stronger areas and some weaker areas. So, let me tell an example. When I was learning grammar, a few lessons were challenging for me, challenging to me. For example, topics like reported speech and conditional statements were a bit challenging to me when I was preparing for that. But later, what happened once I started focusing on the weak areas, I understood the importance of learning, and I also realized that consistency is the key towards success. Once you are ready to be consistent, once you are ready to be patient and focus on weak areas, you can definitely learn whatever you want to. And it is never impossible. You can definitely do it once you are dedicated. All right. Now, moving to the fourth step, listen more. Rather than you speak, listen more what others are speaking. Speaking, of course, is a part of communication, but it is listening that is more important than speaking. So listen to what people around you are telling so that speaking will become easier. Now, the next step is make mistakes. Don't hesitate to make mistakes because mistakes will always be there as part of learning a new language. You or me or anyone who is speaking will make mistakes in the initial stages. So not only Soundarya or Mohita or Annapurni. See, I have made a lot of mistakes when I was speaking initially, but later it is from the mistakes that I understood that I have to change or I have to adapt myself to the new changes that I started learning. All right. Now moving to the sixth step, familiarize yourself with common phrases. There are lots of common phrases that can be used in English. Even in this workshop, we will come across those common phrases. So, common phrases are something that we use every day, or say most of the days. So, learning those phrases will help you to ease your learning so that it can just cover 10 to 15% of your learning. Okay, it is like you are passing the preliminary. Okay, just like in the UPSC exam, we have prelims, mains, and then the final step is interview, right? So just like this prelims, you can go through the phrases. So actually, prelims is the toughest part. In UPSC, I don't know how many of you know about that. Prelims is the toughest part because you have a vast syllabus out of which any kind of questions could be asked. Similarly, while learning this language, initially you will come across a lot of things and some kind of confusion may also arise. But don't worry, start learning from simple topics and then go to complex topics. Start from simple lessons. Don't go to complex lessons all of a sudden. Okay, think wisely, start from simple topics, simple lessons, then gradually learn some complex lessons. And finally, the seventh tip is really a powerful tip which you can utilize and you can develop your speaking skills and accent. It is through practicing tongue twisters. Have you heard of tongue twisters? How many of you heard of tongue twisters? Tongue twister is something where you will be speaking or you will be repeating the same sentence again and again, which will be very much twisting. Yes. So some of you have heard about it, right? Yes. Okay. So tongue twisters will definitely help you to improve your pronunciation and accent so that you will learn how to speak like a native English speaker because your pronunciation will improve, your accent will improve. So tongue twisters are really helpful at the same time they are entertaining also. All right. So now let us look at some common phrases that you can use in your everyday life. Hello, how are you? This is a common sentence that we ask when you meet your friend or when we meet our cousin or when we meet our teachers. We can ask this, hello, how are you? The same thing can be interpreted as hi, how do you do? It is the same as the first one. Hi, how do you do? The next is hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? It's not WhatsApp, this is WhatsApp. So, WhatsApp is an informal way of asking someone, how are you? So, the first two phrases are formal, whereas the third one is informal, which you can ask with your friends or cousins or siblings or nibblings. Okay, now moving to the fourth one. Hope you're doing well. This is always a warm wish or a warm sentence that you can express. Hope you're doing well. The next is, that's nice to know. If you come across a happy incident or if you come across a happy news, you can tell, oh, that's nice to know. Similarly, you can try this. Great, it's amazing. Great, it's amazing. Then, once you have spoken to your friend or your neighbor, you can tell, nice to meet you today. Nice to meet you today. Or if you are even meeting a person for the first time, imagine that you are meeting a favorite person of yours for the first time. Okay, maybe you would have imagined that you want to meet that person sometime and you accidentally happen to meet that person. So, what you can do once you interact and chat with the person towards the farewell, you can tell, thank you, nice to meet you. So the person opposite to you will also tell, nice to meet you too. Then, catch you later. Catch you later. So in Tamil we say, right? அப்புறமா பார்த்துக்கலாம். சரி, அப்புறம் பேசலாம். So that is called catch you later. So this is catch you later is used both in formal as well as informal communication. It can be seen in both written and verbal communication. Then the ninth one, when you're closing a chat, you can say be in touch or stay in touch. Be in touch or stay in touch. Connected. So it needs to be connected. Stay in connection or stay in touch. And finally, you can tell take care, bye. Take care, bye bye. So these are some common phrases that you can apply in your everyday life. So start learning the language with these kinds of easy phrases. All right? Yes. Now moving to gratitudes. How to express gratitude. First of all, what is meant by gratitude? Gratitude is the way you express that you are satisfied or you are contented or you are happy. So, how to express your thanks or how to express your gratitude? So, there are 10 different ways to do that. The first one is thank you, which is a very common way. The second one is thank you so much. So, if you receive a really big gift or a really good favor that you never expected from someone, you can tell thank you so much. Then you can say thanks. Thanks is an informal usage, but it is no less than thank you or thank you so much. It is very much equal to the first two. Then thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. This is again said when you receive a very big gift from someone. Then thanks a ton. It is an informal usage, but it's still applicable. Thanks a ton. And then that means a lot. That means a lot to me. That means a lot. Then I can't forget this. I can't forget this. How can I repay you? How can I repay you? It means you have done a very big help for me and I don't know how I'm going to repay it to you. So you are telling, how can I repay you? Then, I'm so kind of you. I'm so kind of you. And the last one is, I have no words to thank. I have no words to thank or thank you. All right. Now, how to say sorry. This is the next step. How to say sorry. So there are different ways in which you can say sorry. So let us go through it one by one. Okay. So the first one is sorry for the mistake. Okay. This is the formal way of telling sorry to someone. Sorry for the mistake. Or you can tell sorry to trouble you. Imagine that you have a doubt in some subject and you want to ask and clarify the doubt with your teacher. Okay. So you will be going to the staff room or the department and your teacher is sitting there. So what you can ask her? First, you can tell teacher, sorry to trouble you. I have a doubt in today's lesson. So this is how you can ask your teacher. This is the way you have to approach your teacher. Next, you can say sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Interruption means kurukka varadu. Sorry for the interruption. Then you can say sorry to cut through. Sorry to cut through. Cutting through means to interrupt. Sorry to cut through. Next is my mistake. Instead of simply telling sorry, instead of simply telling it in one word, you can tell my mistake. Then, please forgive me. This is very formal. Please forgive me. Or kindly apologize. Or I regret my mistake. Then you can ask for apologies. Or you can finally tell, please forgive me. Please forgive me. So these are the different ways in which one can express sorry. We come across a lot of situations where we have to thank people, we have to say sorry to some people, right? So asking sorry is going to do nothing for you. Okay, it is no way going to bring you down. Never think that if you ask sorry to someone, you will be defamed or you will be brought down. Nothing like that. Your level will always go up. You will always continue growing if you learn to ask sorry. அதனால சாரி கேட்கறது அப்படிங்கிறது அது ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது ஆம், சின்ன ஒரு விஷயம் கிடையாது. சாரி கேட்கறதுனால நம்ம வந்து குறைஞ்சு போயிட மாட்டோம். வி ஆர் நெவர் கோயிங் டு பி brought டவுன். நம்ம வளரத்தானே செய்வோம் தவிர எக்காலும் நம்ம வந்து குறைஞ்சு போக மாட்டோம். ஆல் ரைட். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட், ஹவு டு ஆஸ்க் பெர்மிஷன். This is again an interesting way. So I have given some examples here. Yeah, somebody can read the first three questions. Yes. Mohita, can you read the first three questions?
Yes, ma'am. May I come in? May I drink some water? May I go to the washroom?
All right. So, may I come in? This is a very, very common question that you all would have asked in your schools, right? So, may I come in, teacher, or may I come in, sir? May I drink some water? We ask this in the classroom when teacher is taking lessons. Then, may I go to the washroom? Okay. So, even today, many students are using the word bathroom instead of washroom. So, what is the difference between bathroom and washroom? Anyone? Bathroom is the place where we bath, whereas washroom is the place where we go wash your hands and face and come back. Okay, so there is a great difference between this bathroom and washroom. So small kids used to ask, teacher, can I go to bathroom or may I go to the bathroom? So are you going to bath in the school? Are you going to take bath in the school? No. You are just going to wash your hands and face and you are going to come back to the classroom. So that is called washroom. Or if you want to just pass your urine or if you want to pass your motion, then what will you do? Then it is called restroom. What do we call it? Restroom. So in some schools or colleges, washroom and restroom would be separate. Okay, in some places both will be together. So anyways, you can practice asking either may I go to the washroom or may I go to the restroom. So never ask may I go to the bathroom. Okay. So next, four questions. I think Soundarya can read.
Yes, ma'am. May I switch on the fan? May I watch TV now? May I use your mobile phone? May I help you?
Okay. So may I switch on the fan? So you're asking this to someone who is at your house. May I switch on the fan? You can also ask, can I switch on the fan? Both are correct. Okay. May is very formal, whereas can is not too formal. It is little bit friendly. Okay. Then may I watch TV now? May I watch TV now? Once you have done your homework, you can ask your parents, Ma or Pa, Appa, may I watch TV now? Then, may I use your mobile phone? Okay, imagine that your mobile phone's battery died and you have to call your house. You have to inform your mother something important. So, what will you do? You will ask someone else mobile phone. So, you can ask them, may I use your mobile phone? And the last one is offering help to someone. May I help you? May I help you? So this may I help you is a common desk. It's a help desk which you see in almost all the offices and hospitals. May I help you? This is a help desk message. Okay, this help desk is there in almost all the government offices, right? So may I help you is you are asking permission to help somebody. Whereas the first six are not like that. You are asking permission for yourself. But the last one, may I help you, is you are asking permission to help someone else. Okay. So now let's see what the answers can be for these questions. So, yes, these are some possible answers. So for may I come in, I can tell yes, please come in. Then for the second question, may I drink some water? The answer can be yes, please, you can, or simply yes, please. Then for the third question, may I go to the washroom? It can be yes, you may. The fourth one, may I switch on the TV or may I switch on the fan? For that, you can ask yes, why not? Why not? Or you can also tell it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Then the sixth question is, may I use your mobile phone? May I use your mobile phone? The answer is certainly. Certainly. Then, may I help you? For that, you can say, of course. If someone asks you, may I help you? Then you can tell, of course, you can help me. Or you can tell, it's my pleasure. Anga vanda, it's my pleasure. You can tell like that also. So these are the different ways in which you can give permission to someone by telling, yes, please, yes, you can, yes, you may, why not, certainly, it's my pleasure, of course, etc. All right. So now it's the time for some tongue twister challenge. So I hope all are ready here to do this challenge. I will also take up the challenge, don't worry. Okay. So each person should tell the tongue twisters 3 times, not more than that, 3 times. Actually, when I was in a school, we were asked to tell 5 times. But okay, 3 times is enough. Okay, so the first one is red lorry, yellow lorry. Let me start with my turn. Okay, I want each one of you to participate. Okay, so the first one is red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Yes. So now I will start with Soundarya.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Good. You passed the attempt. Very good. Yes, Mohita, you can try.
First one now.
Hmm.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Yeah. Can you try it once more? A little bit fast?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Red lorry, yellow lorry. You are yet to get the full thing. That's okay. Very good. Good attempt. Yes. Pradeep, can you try? Red lorry, yellow lorry. You have to tell this 3 times. Hmm.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Okay, you have to tell three times. I heard only two times.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Yes, it's not lolly, it's lorry. Okay, fine. Yes, Rakshan, please try.
red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly.
It's not lorry, it's lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Darshan Silva.
Darshan. Darshana, Rakshana.
Darshan.
Darshan. Okay, Darshan, can you just tell three times? You try once more. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Three times. Hmm.
Red red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly, red lolly, yellow lolly.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you. Yes, Purushothaman, you can try.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Very good, very good. Yes, Rakshan. Rakshan.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry,
Hmm?
yellow lorry,
Ah,
red lorry, yellow lorry.
okay. Yes. So I think all six have told. Very good. Okay. Next one is very, very interesting. She sells the seashells on the seashore. I will tell three times. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. Okay? Look at the screen and tell. Okay, screen பார்த்து படிங்க இல்லைன்னா உங்களுக்கு mistake வரும். Look at the screen and tell. Yes, I will start with Rakshan. Yeah.
She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore.
Okay, fine. Yes, Purushothaman.
She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore.
Okay, good. Yes, Darshan. Hmm.
She sells the cells on the cells. She sells the cells on the cells. She sells the cells on the cells.
நீங்க சொல்றது எல்லாமே தப்பா இருக்கு. தர்ஷன், எந்த கிளாஸ் படிக்கிறீங்க?
Seventh.
ஆ,
படிச்சுட்டு
எந்த ஊர் நீங்க? Where are you from?
சென்னை.
ஓகே, அப்ப கரெக்டா ஸ்கிரீன்ல பார்த்து படிங்க. She sells the seashells on the seashore. அப்படியே சொல்லணும். அது மாதிரி சொல்லுங்க. ம்.
She sells the seashore on the
Seashore.
seashore.
ஆ, two times. இன்னும். ம்.
She sells the seashore on the seashore.
ஆ, she sells
She sells the seashore on the seashore.
seashore. Seashore இல்ல seashore. Okay.
Seashore.
Okay. Yes, Pradeep, you can try. ம்.
She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore.
Okay, no problem. Keep trying. Okay, இது வந்து எப்பவுமே practice பண்ணுங்க. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு you will easily get it. Yes, Soundarya. ம்.
Seashells, the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore.
All right. Yes, Mohita.
She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore. She sells the seashells on the seashore.
All right. Okay, fine. So Mohita and Soundarya, you are able to do it well. Okay, also Rakshan is also nearer to you. Okay, very good. Third one is easy. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Yes, we'll start with Soundarya. Mm.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very good. Four times. Good. Yes, Mohita.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very good. Yes. Next one is Darshan.
Ice cream, you scream. We all sell for
We all
ice cream.
scream. We all scream. We all scream for ice cream.
Ice cream, you scream. We all
Scream.
use use for ice cream.
Okay. Okay. Next, Pradeep. Yeah.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very good. Yes. Next, Purushothaman.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very
Ma'am,
good. Yes.
Sairam Prasad will do, ma'am.
Sorry.
Sairam Prasad will do, ma'am.
Sairam. Okay. You also do Sairam.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice
Ah.
cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Last one for Rakshan. Yeah.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Very good. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Very good. Okay. Now the fourth one is again a nice one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I repeat, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So how to tell this? Let's see. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yes, we'll start with Purushothaman. Slower சொல்லுங்க பரவாயில்ல தப்பு பண்ணாம சொல்லுங்க. Okay, yes, Purushothaman.
Yes, ma'am. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Hmm.
Peter Piper pickled a peck of pickled peppers. Peter
Hmm.
Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Very good, very good. Sairam, please try.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Very good, Kanna. Very good. Okay. Yes, Rakshan, you can try.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Okay. It's not pipers, it's peppers. Okay. Yes. Mohita, please try.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Okay. Pradeep. Pradeep, are you there? Yeah.
Peter Piper pickled a peck of pickled pepper. Peter Piper pickled a peck of pickled pepper. Peter Pepper Pipper pickled a peck of pickled pepper.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay. Yes. Soundarya, you can try.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Next one. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Okay, so this is a very famous one. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. This will be a long thing. I will show it to you after this tongue twisters. Okay, it is like a poetry. It will be very nice to read, but Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Okay, yes, we'll start with Soundarya.
Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter.
Very good. Yes, Pradeep.
Betty bought some.
Betty
Betty bought
Botter.
some. Betty bought some bitter butter.
Betty Botter. Betty Botter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter.
Betty bought some bitter. Betty bought some bitter. Betty bought some bitter.
Bought some bitter என்னது bitter butter butter சொல்றது இல்லையே Betty Botter bought some bitter butter six words இருக்கு Betty Botter bought some bitter butter try once more Pradeep
Betty bought some bitter butter.
ah
Betty bought some bitter butter.
ah.
Betty bought bought some bitter butter.
Very good, very good. Okay, yes, Mohita.
Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter.
Good. Rakshan. Hello, Rakshan. Yeah,
Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter.
perfect. Very good. Yes, Purushottam.
Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter. Betty Botter bought some bitter butter.
Yes, Sairam.
Betty Butter bought some bitter butter. Betty Butter bought some bitter butter. Betty Butter bought some bitter butter.
Very good, very good. Okay. Next one is a question. Okay. We will do, I think, if you want, we will do all the things. Sixth one, we will look till seven. Okay. Eight, nine, 10, you just try at home. Okay. I will just read it for you. You can try it at home. Sixth one is, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I will read it slowly first. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? So it will be like this. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yes, I will start with Soundarya.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Perfect, very good. Yes, Pradeep.
How much would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Ah,
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a wood could chuck wood?
hmm.
How much a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Okay, fine. Okay, yes, Mohita.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yes, very good. Yes, Rakshan.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? How much would a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck would? How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Okay, very good. Now we will do the last one. Okay, we will do the seventh one. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy is the name of a bear. Okay, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Yes, Purushottam.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Very good. Sairam.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Very good. Yes, Rakshan.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Okay, Mohita.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Okay, Pradeep.
Fussy Wuzzy was a bear. Fussy Wuzzy was a bear. Fussy Wuzzy was a bear.
Very good. Okay, if you are finding difficulty, start with small tongue twisters and then go for big tongue twisters. Okay, start with shorter ones and then go for lengthier ones. Okay, yes, Soundarya.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Okay, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a beer, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a beer, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a beer. Very good. Okay. And I also like the ninth one personally. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. Okay. So you can just try it. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. Okay. Yes, we will do that also. I will start with Rakshan.
I wish to watch my wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch.
Okay, Mohita.
I wish to watch my iris wristwatch. I wish to watch my iris wristwatch. I wish to watch my iris wristwatch.
Okay, yes. Next is Soundarya.
I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch.
Okay, so this is something that brings the usage of wa sound more. Okay, I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. So here you can see that wa sound is given more prominence. Yes, Pradeep, you can try.
I wish to watch my Iris wristwatch. I wish to watch my Iris wristwatch. I wish to watch my Iris wristwatch.
Okay, yes, last Purushothaman.
I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch.
Yes, last one is for Sairam.
I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch. I wish to watch my Irish wristwatch.
Very good, very good. So he is the youngest. Sairam Prasad is the youngest in the class and he is doing a very good job, a commendable job. Very good, Sairam. Okay, so now, yes, you are welcome. All right, so now this is that Betty Botter bought some butter. Okay, so let's see. Betty Botter bought some butter. Actually, it is bitter butter. Okay, Betty Botter bought some bitter butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter, but a bit of bitter butter that would make my batter better. This is the original tongue twister. Okay. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter better. Batter na maavu. Okay. Dosa maavu, idli maavu, we call it idli batter, dosha batter. Okay. So try this at home. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter better. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter better. Anyone wants to try? Does anyone want to try this? Soundarya. Yes, please go ahead. Okay, okay. I will call in the order. Yes, okay.
Betty Potter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter bitter.
Very good. Yes. Next is for Mohita.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, I will make my batter bitter. Put a bit of better butter that would make my batter better.
Okay. It's not but, it's but. Okay. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter better. Yes. Next is for Purushothaman.
Betty Butter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of batter butter that would make my batter bitter.
Better. Okay.
Better,
That would make my batter better.
better.
Yes. Yes. Rakshan? Yes, you can try.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said if I put it in my batter, it will make
Mm-mm.
my batter
You
bitter.
skipped a line. You skipped a line. Please read it again. Yeah.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said that butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter better.
Very good. So Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter that would make my batter better. So very nice, no? So while we are practicing these tongue twisters, so here you can see Betty Botter bought some butter. But she said the butter is bitter. Kasapu. Bitter means kasapu. If I put it in my batter, a mavla potenna, my batter will become better. I'm sorry, my batter will become bitter. Kasapaidu. But a bit of better butter, that would make my batter better. So this is how this tongue twister is actually employed. Okay. So now let us go to some stories. Okay, we will just go through some good stories and then we will wind up today's session. All right. So now this is a simple story, The Dog and the Shadow. So why I have included stories in this workshop is story reading has a very big role to improve your fluency in language. You can improve both your speaking as well as your writing skills. All right, so your writing skills will definitely improve if you read short stories. It will also improve in increasing your vocabulary, in polishing your speaking skills. Okay, your vocabulary knowledge will also increase. Okay, so this is a beautiful story called The Dog and the Shadow. Many of you might have read this story in your school days. Anyways, I want one person to read the story. Who is willing? As it's a very small story, just one person is enough. Okay. Purushothaman, can you read it fully?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sure.
The Dog and the Shadow. One day, a dog had found a piece of meat and was carrying it home in its mouth to eat. On its way home, it had to cross a running creek. As it crossed, it looked down in the water and saw its own shadow in the water. It thought the shadow was another dog with another piece of meat. It made up its mind to have that second piece of meat. So it started to hit the shadow with its mouth, but as it opened its mouth, the piece of meat fell into the water and was never seen more. The dog went home sadly with no food to eat. Moral: don't be greedy.
Very good, Purushothaman. Thank you. So,
Thank
இதுல புருஷோத்தமனோட ரீடிங் நல்லா இருக்கு பட் ஒன் திங் யூ கேன் டூ இஸ் லுக்டு அந்த மாதிரி இப்போ என்ன சொல்றது தாட் லுக்டு கிராஸ்டு இதெல்லாம் சொல்றோம் இல்லையா அது வந்து கொஞ்சம் கூட சிம்பிளா சொல்லலாம் லுக்ட் கிராஸ்ட் தாட் லுக்டு அப்படிங்கறத விட லுக்ட் கொஞ்சம் கேட்க நல்லா இருக்கு இல்லையா அது மாதிரி
Yes,
கிராஸ்ட் அப்படிங்கும்போது கிராஸ்டு அப்படிங்கறத விட கிராஸ்ட் அப்படின்னு கொஞ்சம் ஷார்ட்டா முடிச்சுக்கலாம்
yes,
ஓகே
ma'am.
ஓகே
Thank
வெரி குட் வெல்கம் ஸோ த moral of the story is don't be greedy. Yes, I'm not explaining the story because you all know this story. Yes, the next one is again yet another famous story, Hare and Tortoise. Okay, so we will divide the story into three parts. Rakshan can start with the first paragraph. Saundarya can read the second paragraph. Mohita can read the third and fourth paragraphs. Yes, please start, Rakshan.
Once upon a time, there lived a hare. The hare could run very fast. It was proud of its speed. One day, the hare saw the tortoise walks very slowly. The hare laughed at the tortoise and said, "You are such a slow coach, my dear friend. You are so proud of your speed. Let's have a race to see who is faster," the tortoise said.
Slow coach means someone who walks very slowly. Similarly, have you heard the word couch potato? Couch
Yes, ma'am.
potato.
An idle person.
Yeah, what is a couch potato?
An idle person.
Yes, that is called a couch potato. Someone who simply eats and sits, no, that person is called a couch potato. Okay, do without doing any work, you will become a couch potato if you don't do any exercise. Yes, yes, Soundarya, you can read the second paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. So the hare and the tortoise had a race. The hare ran very fast and very far. After a while, the hare turned back to see where the tortoise was. The tortoise was walking very slowly and it was far behind the hare. The tortoise will take a very long time to come near me, the hare thought.
Okay. So the hare thought that the tortoise is not at all going to reach the point, the finishing point. So I will be finally declared as the winner. But what happened next? Yes, Mohita, you can read the third paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. The hare started feeling bored. He thought to take a nap. In the meantime, he began to eat the grass. After eating, he went to sleep. The tortoise slowly but steadily passed the hare. The hare suddenly woke up and saw the tortoise just crossing the finishing line. The
Okay.
hare
Purushottam.
started
Okay, you continue. Sorry.
the hare started running very fast, but it was too late. The tortoise already won the race. The hare was extremely disappointed to find his competitor already there as the winner.
Okay, so what is the moral of this story?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady will win the race. Very good. Or also you can tell, never be proud of yourself. Okay, very good. Now moving to the next story, a wise judge. Okay, so I want two people. One can be Purushothaman, the other one can be Mohita. It's been a long time since Mohita is absent. So I will give chance to Mohita and Purushothaman. Yes. So Mohita, you can start now.
Yes, ma'am. A wise judge. Ma'am,
Is
on
it?
now, ma'am.
It's O. O. Yeah.
Oh, a golden necklace was lost from a rich man's house. A few servants worked in that house. Naturally, it was suspected that any one of the servants had stolen the necklace. Each of them was asked, but nobody confessed the guilt. So
Confess
the
to the
master,
guilt. Yeah, confession means தப்பு பண்ணினதை சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா அப்ப இந்த சர்ச்ல எல்லாம் பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா நீங்க some people used to go and confess to the priest. They will go and do confession to the father. If they have done any mistake, they will go and confess. So, but nobody confessed the guilt. Guilt means that mistake. Yeah, continue please.
so the master of the house lodged a complaint before the judge. All of the servants were summoned to the court, but all of the servants denied the charge.
Okay, yes, Purushothaman, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. Then the judge hit upon a plan. He gave each of them a stick of same length and told them to submit them to the court of the following day. He told them that the person who had stolen the necklace, his stick would increase an inch. When they returned home, they kept their sticks as they were. But the servant who stole the stick shortened it by an inch. The next day, when everybody submitted the sticks, it was found that one stick was short by an inch. Then the thief was detected and he was given punishment. Moral: truth is always revealed.
Very good. So what happened? This thief is a foolish. So what the wise judge told, எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு stick கொடுத்துட்டு சொன்னாரு, see, this is a stick that I'm giving to everyone. All of you take it your home and bring it back to the court tomorrow. But whoever has stolen the necklace, that person's stick alone will grow 1 inch. Will sticks grow? Sticks வளருமா? ஒரு stick நான் ஒரு ஒடிச்சு கொடுக்கறேன்னா அந்த stick வளருமா? Will it grow? We know that it will not happen. ஆனா இந்த திருடன் வந்து என்ன பண்ணினா பயந்துண்டு he's a foolish. So he thought that the stick will grow. So what happened? He just cut his stick to 1 inch. He shortened it by 1 inch. Oh, அது பெருசானா தெரியக்கூடாது சொல்லிட்டு what he did, he cut the stick by 1 inch. So the next day when everyone submitted the sticks, all the sticks were of the same size except this person's. So finally the thief was caught and the punishment was given. And the moral of the story is truth is always revealed. Yes. Now moving to another valuable story, the ant and the grasshopper. Actually, this is a famous poem, The Grasshopper and the Ant. It's a famous poem, but this is made into a story. Okay, so let me call Soundarya and Rakshan to read. Rakshan can read the first paragraph, Soundarya the second. Okay, yeah.
In a field, one grasshopper was hopping about, chirping, singing to the heart's content. An ant passed by, bearing along with the great effort an ear of corn. He was talking to the nest. Why
Taking
not
to the
come
nest.
and chat with me? Said the grasshopper. Instead of tolling and mowing away, I am helping to lay up food for the winter, said the ant, and recommended you to do the same. Why bother about winter? Said the grasshopper. We have got plenty of food at present.
Okay, so what happens next? Yes, Soundarya.
But the ant went on its way and continued its toil. When the winter came, the grasshopper found itself dying of hunger when it saw the ants distributing every day corn and grain from the stores they had collected in the summer. The grasshopper knew, then the grasshopper knew. Moral: work today and you can reap the benefits tomorrow.
Yes, so never be lazy. You have to work every day. As long as you can, you have to work. And once you fall, once you are not well, definitely what you have saved will help you. Okay, so what happened? In summer season, the ant was hardworking. But this grasshopper was simply sitting. And the grasshopper asked the ant, why not come and chat with me? Instead of toiling and moiling like this. Toiling and moiling means, "Ivlo kashtapadradhukku, why don't you come and sit with me and chat?" So he's telling, I am helping to lay up food for the winter. The ant said, I am actually storing food for the winter season, and you also come and do the same. But the grasshopper said, why should I bother about winter? We all have plenty of food now. So, same way we will get food at winter also. But what happened when winter came? Food was not available. For the ant and its family, there was enough food because they already saved a lot of food. But the grasshopper is now in a very helpless state. And the grasshopper realized its mistake. So the moral is, work today and you can reap the benefits tomorrow. There is a famous saying in English, as you sow, so shall you reap. Okay, that is what is the moral of this story. Okay, so now moving to the last story, the axe and the woodcutter. So there are 6 paragraphs. Each one can read one paragraph. So I will start with Rakshan. Yes, please. Yes, Rakshan can read the first paragraph. Are you there, Rakshan? Okay, if not, Soundarya, you can start reading. Yeah.
The axe and the woodcutter. Once there lived a woodcutter in a village. He was poor but hardworking. He used to go to the forest to cut down trees for wood. He sold them in the market and earned money for some food.
All right. Yes. Mohita, you can read the second paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. One day, as he was cutting a tree, his axe accidentally fell into the river. The river was deep and was flowing fast. It carried away his axe swiftly. The woodcutter sat at the bank of the river and began to cry.
Okay. Yes. Purushothaman, next paragraph.
Suddenly, the goddess of the river arose and asked him what happened. The woodcutter told her the story. The goddess of the river offered to help him by looking for his eggs.
Okay. Rakshan, are you there? You can read the fourth paragraph. Rakshan is not there, I think. Yes, Sairam, he can read the fourth paragraph. Ah.
Yes, ma'am. She disappeared into the river and soon came up with a golden axe. The goddess asked the woodcutter if it was his axe, but the woodcutter said it was not his.
Okay. Pradeep, can you read the next paragraph? Are you there, Pradeep? Okay, Rakshan is also not there. I will read the fifth paragraph. She disappeared again and this time came back with a silver axe. Again, she asked him if it belongs to him, but the woodcutter said that that was not his either. So, what happens finally? Yes, Soundarya, you can conclude it.
The goddess disappeared into the water again and this time came back with an iron axe. The woodcutter jumped with joy and said it was his. The goddess was impressed with the woodcutter's honesty and gifted him both the golden and the silver axes. Moral: honesty is the best policy.
Very good. So, just one correction. Never pronounce the word honesty. Honesty is wrong pronunciation.
Honesty
Okay.
is the best policy.
Honesty, very good. Honest or honesty is the way you have to pronounce because H is always silent in this word. So when you are using an article before honest, will you use a or an? Is it a
And
honest man
ma'am,
or an
and
honest man? Yes, it is an honest person. She is an honest girl. He is an honest man. So an should be used before the word honest because in honest, H is silent. Similarly, for the word hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, H is silent. Then for the word honor, honor, Honor. It is not honor, it is honor. We have a set of words like this. Only 4 or 5 words like this that starts with H, but H is considered to be silent. All right, students. So with this, we are completing today's session. So start your learning journey today. Keep learning. All the very best. Thank you so much. So I hope you all enjoyed the session. Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right, Mohita, in which class you are studying now?
9th standard, ma'am.
So now you are into ninth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are from which place?
Valajapet, ma'am.
Ah, okay, okay. I remember you. Okay, okay. Okay, students. So thank you so much. Meet you tomorrow for the communicative English class at the same time at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Rakshan, where were you? I was calling you twice or thrice. Where were you?
Ma'am, I gone to.
You went to? Did you go to the washroom?
No, ma'am.
Ah, okay. All right. So see
Gone
you
out,
on.
ma'am. I kept my phone here and I gone out, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So meet you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Thank
Because
you. Yeah,
relatives came to home, ma'am. So I gone out, ma'am.
you went out, not gone out. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you, students. Good day. Bye.
Thank you.